My next upload tonight is with regard to the premise of a situation as a fact and as a factor of a falsehood in a fallacy. What I'm stipulating in this upload is not only the individuals that have been disturbing the peace just upstairs in this abode, and that haven't just been violating my privacy and my bodily integrity and damaging the environment of this apartment, that have also been involved in violations of protection laws, and that have been relaying a falsehood regarding the premise of the actual circumstance. So, as I've mentioned, there have been practitioners that have been violating my privacy, and they have failed to address that they unlawfully intruded upon me and trespassed onto private property. As I've mentioned, I've relayed this to the relevant agencies and establishments to be addressed, and it still hasn't been addressed. So the issue of this matter of my privacy being violated by individuals that are relaying a situation as it isn't. This isn't a healthcare facility. This isn't a situation that facilitates repeat offenders, defaming mental health practices, defaming mentality processes. This is not a lawful situation for the individuals that are in my proximity, that are damaging bodily integrity, and the aspect of the declaration referring to faith, religion, and thought processes. Now, as I've mentioned, there has been the threat of this person being evicted as a peaceful tenant while I'm tolerating noise pollution at very early hours in the morning and all through the day. I'm a mother wondering where my child is that was unlawfully separated from me. So there's a host of unlawful actions occurring and a very false premise being presented that disrespects the field of development and progress. Now, the authorities are aware that my child was unlawfully separated from me as a consequence of culprits in this community. It is common knowledge what my child has suffered. I'm a mother, married mother, and the individuals discussing and publicising my privacy without any lawful remit or without consent or without ethical practices that have damaged my bodily integrity are offending not just the Constitution but the Declaration. These aren't just repeat offenders from 2016-2017. Their work has involved bad publicity that offend women's rights since 2006. So this issue is a little bit tiresome when recovering from medical negligence. And it's a little bit serious when there's a child missing from his mom because of culprits of revenge porn of 2006 that have intruded upon a marriage and trespassed into property where they have damaged the peace and harmony. They have also laid claim to work in society that they are not the authentic originators of. They have perpetrated creative and intellectual theft and spiritual violence against this person since 2016. Now, any reputable establishment with any sense and sensibility about these matters would know what's best when this situation of unlawfulness is occurring. You don't separate a child unlawfully from a mother because of a malicious individual. You don't give culprits that have damaged a child and mother right of way into her proximity to disturb the peace and antagonise. So I'm just querying how progressive people are when I'm tolerating this since 2019 and 2016 with slander and defamation of character involved. I'd like to make it very clear to the mental health practitioners and the individuals of fraudulence surrounding this circumstance. As a woman of advocacy who was intruded upon and trespassed upon without grounds or cause or reason, and that have still harassed my constitutional rights and my humanitarian rights. You are not within remit to discuss me or to share any information about me. So those practitioners that think they're above the law, violating royal patronage, and a sacred royal, I might add, and a recovery advocate for probably longer than the time that those intruding upon me have ever been practicing. And as a mother, I really hope that the democracy and the European agencies of humanitarianism realise the liabilities that have damaged society, wildlife, nature, sacred light of my body, and have shamelessly exacerbated and taken credit for work that they have plagiarized from this person and my experiences. And that wouldn't be the first occasion of this occurring. Creative theft of my photography, etc. 2003 to the present date. So repeat offenders, violating proximity, protection and privacy. I would appreciate the Honourable Government addressing the issues caused for me. This matter has been brought to your attention since 2017. It is now 21. And I'm discomforted with noise pollution and threats of eviction to safeguard culprits and liabilities in society that have damaged my innocent child. So I appreciate also the PTRB regulations being respected and the housing issues also being respected and tenancy agreements, etc., all being respected.